Hey guys, it's your girl Alicia, aka Geek XX Chic, and I'm back. Yes, it's time for another season of the Runaways. 888. It seems like it has been forever and a day since the show went off for season 2, but all the same, it felt like it's been a minute, and it kind of has. I missed this show. It was one of those ones that I've said in both seasons that I was surprised at how well they handled the show, and overall, I really like it as far as the TV Marvel options that we've gotten over the last couple of years. Now, I did the reaction video to the trailer last week or the week before, which I'll probably put the link somewhere. But in that trailer, I discovered shortly after watching it that they have canceled Runaways. This is the final season. They also canceled Cloak and Dagger, which is going to be crossing over heavily with this season from what I understand. But before I even say all that, I just want to put out a disclaimer. I have not watched the entirety of the season. I am waiting so I can do reactions with you guys, but I know some of y'all have binged it already because I know that if I wasn't doing reactions, that's exactly what I would be doing. The point is, I haven't seen everything yet. So in the comments, I really appreciate the enthusiasm and all the cool stuff that you guys put there, but just do your best not to spoil anything too major, just so it's a lot of fun and I can discover it, you know, with all the naturalness that I can. But that's one of the reasons I'm not even trying to look for anything on the internet about Runaways, because I know spoilers are going to be out there, and I'm trying to like avoid anything that's going to give away some major plot points. So that's my little disclaimer. But anyways, as I said, unfortunately, this is the final season of the Runaways, and you know, with Disney Plus being released finally into the world, you might know that Disney's been cleaning house on all of their Marvel franchises like Daredevil. They canceled on all their Netflix stuff, basically, that they had on Netflix. They canceled all those shows, and pretty much any Marvel property that's not, I think, on Disney has been pulled or is going to be pulled, right? That's why they canceled The Gifted on Fox, even though they own Fox now. My whole point is, I think Disney has long-term plans of consolidating all of their characters and bringing the Marvel universe back into one place, which is honestly where it should have been all along. But you know what I'm saying, like there's just a lot more potential for these storylines if they stay within the same wheelhouse, as opposed to having to coordinate with 3 or 4 different streaming services in order to get things done. So while I'm super sad that this show is going away, I am kind of excited for what this could mean in the future. Now again, I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. I'm thinking we're not going to see anything like legitimately probably till 2021 or later. But still, as I said, there's a lot of potential to really reach into having these guys interact with the MCU, or at least in other parts of the Marvel television universe, which is really, really exciting. So anyways, I'm not going to really go through a huge season recap because that's a lot, and I'm sure like all my reactions to last season are all here in a playlist, so you can check those out. But I know that basically where we left off was, the big ones I think, is that Alex's parents are in jail for a bunch of things. We know that Chase is separated from the group because his father / Jonah has conned him into coming home, and we discovered as well that one of the released people from the ship is actually most likely possessing one of the kids, but which kid is it? We're not sure about that yet. And of course, we saw that Nico's powers are just getting insane and that she's not 100% in control of them anymore. So there's been some really cool things that were going on with our characters when we left off, and of course, and Gert is somewhere with her father, who took her and Old Lace to keep her from her mother. Our group is scattered. Everything's not looking so great for them right now. So that's where we are. And without further ado, let's get into episode 1 because I am hyped for this season. Let's go. When did he use the gauntlets? What's going on here? Oh, damn, that doesn't look good.
It's okay, buddy. I got you.
I don't think it's okay. Okay, Chase getting funky with it. Wow, look at these reflexes all of a sudden. Night night. Okay, when did Chase learn martial arts?
You will never understand.
Yeah, that only works in the fairy tale books. True love's kiss and all that nonsense.
Chase.
Oh, well, I guess this is a fairy tale.
You're my hero.
This is supposed to be a dream. Wait, what?
Feels amazing.
What kind of alt universe nonsense is this? Is this the pod? Last year, Victor was trapped in a pod, and he had dreams.
Or did I just get lucky?
Okay, so the first one is like Chase's dream of being a hero, and now this is hers, Janet's dream of being recognized. Gotcha. Is Alex getting married? Oh, okay. I was about to say, this makes no sense. Who are you? Oh, you killed him, maybe.
You say
Doesn't look like it. Crows are usually harbingers of death, I'm just saying. Oh, wow, she just made a black man into a cloak. That ain't good.
Will you help me? I already have.
First, maybe we could get you a supportive bra. Girl, you go to sleep with a full face of makeup, that's gonna wreak havoc on your skin.
We're praying for his full and speedy recovery, aren't we, Tina?
Mm-hmm. Totes. What is my mom doing?
2012 Miley Cyrus.
I totally love her.
Kurt and I don't have a brother.
There is a fourth member of the magistrate's family.
Mm-hmm.
The darkest and most dangerous of them all.
Of course.
How do we know who he's inside of?
We don't.
That just sounds wrong.
Obviously, Pride is not an organization that tolerates any kind of criminal behavior.
or you're all a bunch of psychotic assholes who deserve to rot in jail.
Pride will be
Right here, Alex, and right here.
stronger.
Oh, what team am I on? Team Bed Rest.
Yeah, team pregnant. Chill, girl.
Baby.
This is the cabin where two of my greatest achievements were conceived. A genetically engineered dinosaur with
Oh.
telepathic capabilities.
That's okay,
right? And according to your mother's basal body temperature chart, you.
Really? I woke up in a bed of flakes. Your flakes. On the sheets. On the pillow.
Please stop.
And I am still picking them out of my hair.
He needs some milk.
Honey, I love you cooking for me, but we had crepes for breakfast. Maybe change it up with a gray bowl or a salad?
No, crepes are your favorite.
This is where she should notice, like, the time of day never changes. He's always cooking. Come on, girl. You're smarter than this.
I'm in the algorithm.
Yes, ma'am.
When I was here before,
Hack yourself out.
the sun was at my back.
Look at Janet being all smart and stuff. Oh, this is the walking on the water thing. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, there's a glitch in the Matrix. I see it. Hope it doesn't blast you to Kingdom Come.
I'll do anything.
Yeah, how about you just hold off on the compliments and help me check on our friends?
Oh, it's all linked. Oh, this could get awkward. Chase, please don't have a sex dream.
You're in here too?
Mom?
You can't think that Gert would ever act this way, Chase.
Chase?
In what world would she be swooning? It's gonna be like Alien just rip itself out. Be like a little Jonah with flaky skin.
And I believe that look means we need to talk.
Zavin has spoken. She's taking on this whole black persona well. I'm down.
It's where humans stretch arms around each other.
Oh. You better give her a hug. Give her a hug. Do it. Bring it in. Aw, warmest hug ever. Great. Oh, no. Let's go with stoicism.
We gotta regroup.
Yes, thank you. Thank God for Alex.
But I ran away for a lot of very right reasons, and now it is too late.
Muffin! I said
Wait,
you're right.
he said that like it was a swear.
I'm right about him.
My fears and trusting that you got this.
Do we have a time for speech? Can you just untie her so she can go pee?
You got this.
I'm always worried about hostage situations when it comes to this. They never think of bathroom breaks.
So we designed a Deinonychus that wasn't just, well, adorable, but was also a deadly weapon. We gave her powers that we've hardly begun to explore.
Go on.
Check me out, I'm doing it. Wait.
Oh, come on, Gert.
Well, I guess this is what happens when you first learn to drive. Honey, you okay? Pumpkin?
Come on, man, that's ridiculous. She confessed to the killing of Darius Davis.
As she should. Witch ass witch.
I have to do this. When I killed Darius, I destroyed the trust between us, and I damn near destroyed the love. So
You did.
praying for that crime absolves you of this one. Prison is a gift.
I don't.
Bye. Yeah, she gotta go now. Say goodbye to them expensive threads and all that hair product, girl. I hope they give you some coconut oil.
Wait for me.
I mean, okay, baby. Sure.
Wasn't a gas explosion. That was you. Do you remember any of that happening?
Yeah, Satan.
Gert? No. Father, it's me, your son.
Yes. My whole chest cavity is experiencing pressure.
Hi, can you not be traumatized right now, Nico? Creepy. Again, let's hope no one's having a sex dream.
Who are you? Savin. What do I should have killed you?
I love her! Run, Seven! Come on, use them black jeans, girl! You saved both their asses!
I saw her run that way.
Seriously, you fell for that? Get the weapon! Get the weapon! Molly, knock her out! Take the weapon!
Nico, over here.
Sitting there getting romantic and talking about all kinds of nonsense when y'all forget she's in danger. Tired. Meanwhile, this chick's like at her 10th hour of labor.
Second pregnancy and all, I guess it's not really such a big deal. It's been a
Your baby's glowing, ma'am. Ma'am, her baby be glowing. You don't pay me enough for overtime to deal with this. Oh, hell no. No, we need to deliver immediately. Ma'am, take Rosemary's baby immediately. Take it out. No, don't want to touch hands. Not that kind of pregnancy. Okay, guys, that was our first episode of the final season. Good episode. I think we did what we needed to do, which was establishing where all the characters are since we had the finale. I mean, really, it's only been a couple of days, so I didn't expect major things to occur. Sorry, I was just thinking about the Zavin thing, and I thought for a second maybe it was real, but no, it's not. But who's Zavin? Not Zavin, who's the boy? Anyway, I'm kind of disappointed about that, if I'm being honest, though. I kind of like the idea of Gert, the holistic, like super altruistic champion of justice, being taken over by this devil-may-care, dangerous, like basically someone who's so morally opposite to her. It just would have been fun, A, to watch her act as a very different character, and B, just the struggle that would have been going on there could have been quite interesting. But it still may be the truth. After all, she is the only child that's not accounted for. But I also feel like now that Dale said what he did about weaponizing old lace, maybe there's no way that I keep saying it's Zavin. Sorry, Zavin, I'm cursing you out here. Maybe this is why the son wouldn't be able to go into Gert's mind anyways, because there's that connection to old lace. Old lace might have saved her for that one. So kind of jumped into that. I didn't mean to, but my brain just kind of went back to, oh wait. But yeah, that would have been really cool if that was the case. But now I'm thinking, no, I don't think it can be. But I like the idea that they toyed with that. That was really, really good. What else did we learn? Yeah, the algorithm thing, I kind of figured that out pretty quickly. I mean, we already saw in the trailer that those guys were in the pods, but it was very interesting. I think what I thought was most interesting about the pod scenarios, not what happened. I mean, everything as far as Janet and with Carolina was pretty standard. Of course, that's the world that they wish that they lived in. But Chase, that's very interesting. And I'm wondering if the algorithm that Chase is, or how the algorithm is responding to Chase is because of the design, because we saw that they can manipulate the algorithm. But I feel like since Jonah is in Victor's body, Victor would have a very strong emotional attachment to Chase. Like, he wouldn't want to see Chase suffer, is my point. I feel like there'd be enough of a emotional reaction left in Victor that there's no way that he would let Jonah program Chase to go through something that was painful. So if that was the case, it's so interesting that while we had Janet and Carolina that were thinking about their most ideal and blissful situations, Chase's was a weird mixture of this kind of altruistic hero, you know, rescue everybody fantasy with his worst nightmare, which is feeling all the guilt of having everyone die, right? That's a really interesting combination that they put there, and I like it because it really kind of very quickly summarized how Chase has been feeling and what he's been going through since he left the group. And of course, you know, last season I had my feelings on the why he left. I get it, like the fact that Jonah played Victor's health, that card, knowing how close that Chase is to his father, and also the fact, like, using the idea that the thought that your dad is dying. I mean, no matter how upset you typically are with a parent, even if it hasn't been a great relationship, if you hear that they're dying, it's a little hard to just completely shut that door. So I couldn't really blame Chase for what he's done, but at the same time, it's this scene, the whole thing that we saw with him repeating the scenario of trying to save his friends and failing time after time, with the exception of Gert. It really shows us how much he's really internally struggling with his decision. Like, even though he feels like he's kind of obligatorily done the right thing by being there for his father, he hates that he's betrayed his friends, or seemingly betrayed his friends. I mean, it really was a difficult choice, and any of the other kids really couldn't 100% say that they wouldn't have made the same choice if it was a matter of a dying parent. But I love that that scene, as I said, really summed up kind of what he's going through, and that he is kind of in a virtual hell in that pod, which is awful. But I guess that's what's at the forefront of his mind right now. He really can't just be in some utopia place. That was really well done and very interesting, and I really liked I love the way that what's her name? Nico's mom. Her name always slips out of my head. I'm so sorry. But I love that she's playing such a different character this season to what we've seen in the previous seasons. You know, we saw her always being so straight-laced and cold and emotionless, and now she gets to be like this airhead bubblegum pop princess type of character. I'm living. It's so much fun. And with shows like this, one of the best things about having the supernatural way of being able to be a different person, it really is, I think, a lot of fun for the actors to be able to have a really huge spectrum of character traits that they can play. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you're evil, oh, actually, I shouldn't say that. That's a whole other discussion. Like, when you're evil, you actually have a lot of freedom, but you get my point. Like, the character that she was as Nico's mom kind of had these boundaries that she had to stay within, but now, thanks to this whole, you know, body snatcher situation, she's able to play someone completely different. And as like I said, as an actor, I'm sure that she finds that really refreshing and awesome. And that's something you don't always get to do in a show where you're kind of locked into who you are. But yeah, that's really, really cool. Because honestly, you know, Victor and Jonah were not that different in personality. So like, bless, you know how much I love me, what's his name? The character who plays him, James Marsden. But he really isn't having to stretch as much playing this different character. That's really fun to see, and that's why I'm really now very, very curious as to see who this son is. The fact that right now none of the kids have acted crazily out of character is really making me think that this kid is going to be a real problem this season, because this means he is really playing it safe. Like, he is really trying to learn what he can. He's having fun with these kids right now. He's kind of toying with his prey, if that makes sense, and that's even more sinister. So I really don't know. I know a lot of people had predictions last season. I still don't think it's Alex, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm very interested now. I really don't know where to place my bets. I don't think it's Molly. I do think that the powers that Molly has is going to make her naturally resistant to anything that they try to do with her. And I don't think it's Nico, again, because of the dark force dimension. I don't think that would be a hospitable host, as Alex put it. So I think it is between Alex and, well, potentially Gert. But I don't think it is Gert either. So I don't know. It's got to be Alex, I guess. That really leaves only Alex, because I don't think it could be Chase either. So anyway, it'll be interesting to watch the season and see how that all pans out. I don't know. There wasn't too much, I think, that we really touched on. I think, like I said, everything else was just, oh yeah, of course, the interesting scene between Alex's parents. I honestly didn't see the confession coming. And just in the sense of everything we've seen of Catherine has been very cold and collected and very calculating. Like, I think she's been that way even before she was married to Jeffrey and before everything. So honestly, I didn't think that she would confess, of all things, to killing what's his face from last season. Like, I thought if anything she'd maybe say, oh yeah, like I bought the gun, or maybe would plead to a lesser charge. But the fact that she actually owned up to the murder that they pretty much couldn't tie her to, that says a lot. And I really, like I said, that was a real kind of fake out that I just didn't expect to come from Catherine's character. Now, of course, I don't believe that any of these parents, with the exception of Carolina's mom, I don't think any of them are truly evil. I don't think any of them ever were truly evil to begin with. But Catherine has been definitely, Carolina's mom has actually shown a lot more heart since this last season when she realized she was being duped. What I meant to say was Nico's mom. Nico's mom and Catherine have kind of been the cold-hearted bitches since season 1. So seeing her do something that was so self-sacrificing just seemed really out of character. But I mean, they did show last season, however, that she was really struggling with Jeffrey pulling away. Like, Alex obviously I know was hurting her, but I think she took some solace in having Jeffrey as a partner in crime. But then, of course, when Jeffrey started pulling away and not trusting her and clearly just being very distant, it was too much. And so it looks like she just said, well, it's just like she said, like, if Jeffrey takes the rap for this, he already has a record. He's never seen the outside of a jail. He's a black man, right? He has never seen the outside of a jail again. And yes, of course, I'm sure Pride could have done something to maybe pull some strings to maybe not make it as bad, but as she said, chances were he was going to end up serving time, which obviously wouldn't be ideal for a rich former gangster to do. And but again, as she said it, I do believe she did it more so because she's looking for some sort of penance. And I think she thinks that if I serve time, then maybe Alex will find a way to forgive me, and maybe you'll find a way to forgive me, and we'll find some sort of status quo. And I like that though, because as I said, her and Nico's mom since season 1 have kind of been the least humane out of the series. So I'm glad that at least with her character, they're starting to show that there is something there. Like, what did Jeffrey fall in love with, right? Did Alex ever love his mama? Like, was there anything there that was ever lovable? And we didn't really see a lot of that in the first 2 seasons. One of the reasons I think that's so important with Catherine's character in particular is because black women have a unfair and untrue reputation of being kind of a cold, hard, strong black woman that don't need nothing, don't need nobody. And we're rarely shown as being truly vulnerable on screen. And while a lot of that is true, a lot of black women are strong and independent and they can deal with a lot, we're also human and we bleed and we have emotions and we get hurt and we get scared and we get lonely, and that's so rarely depicted on screen. And so I really am glad that they're hopefully showing, I hope that we get to see more of Catherine unfolding in an emotional way, of her opening up that side of herself and showing us as the audience. I mean, we just saw a few lip trembles last season, a few times where she get a little glassy-eyed, but I want more than that. I want to see, ideally, I want to see Catherine be a whole ass mess for a couple of episodes, right? Because like she said, she's lost everything and it's not working out the way that she wanted it to. So she really should be feeling some type of way if there's anything human in there. So I'm glad that we're starting to potentially see the beginning of that journey, because if we're supposed to feel any type of empathy for these parents, so far the only ones we've seen be anywhere remotely close to being empathetic have been Gert's parents and Nico's dad. Other than that, everyone's pretty much been, and I guess Chase's mom. So it's kind of like, let's get some more empathy with some of the rest of the parents. And like I said, it's especially, I think, important, not only just for Catherine, but also for Nico's mom, who of course we're not gonna get that because she's not Nico's mom right now. But again, Asian women have the same issue with that misrepresentation of always being these cold, hard, kind of unfeeling type of characters, and that's just not true. We're women. Women are women everywhere. We have the same vulnerabilities and spectrum of emotions as any other character, and I think it's important for more characters and more actors and actresses to get the opportunity to play these full-rounded characters where you can see them be tough, but you can also see them be vulnerable the way all of us are in real life. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say about that. I think I went on and on about that long enough. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. I think we're definitely, it's gonna be meaty, and I've seen you guys commenting and telling me that this season's is the best ever, and I already knew it would be. Just the crossover alone put a top tier already, but I am really looking forward to seeing how the story goes going forward. So thanks so much for watching this reaction with me, guys. If you liked it, please leave a comment below, and if you want to see more from this geeky place, please click subscribe. Until next time, see ya.